it's ServiceNow, but it's ServiceNow plus plus, right? Plus the next set of tools. We've never been in a customer where the only thing we've done is work on ServiceNow, right? There's typically always some integration. You're taking data, you're giving data, you're creating some new user experience. So we're always kind of broadly using this technology. ServiceNow is always the core, but it's also kind of above and beyond. And so we're doing more. We really did see the opportunity. They came into an RFP we were doing with about 15 other legacy vendors, and it was about an 8-month-long process. ServiceNow came in and won in the last 2 weeks. It was just hands down different, everything. It was just like a breath of fresh air, right? There's just kind of this glow. Where ServiceNow comes in is this single layer. Now, you're not going to be able to conquer everything, and we typically don't conquer everything when we go into an IT department. But what you're able to do is start to consume, those ticketing systems, start to take down some of those other case management systems, start to get people away from using email, start to move their files and their knowledge stores into ServiceNow. So really, you start to have this coordinated workflow across departments. And you kind of have this backbone of being able to share work between HR, between legal, between the IT departments. The thinking here is that within the support organization, the operation organization, the ability to have this tool, ServiceNow, and be able to have solutions that you don't have to have the same technical inner workings of that rat's nest to be able to build solutions. It's very empowering, and you're able to see solutions much differently. Really, what you're starting to see is an IT department be much less of the T, right? We're getting away from the technology and far more towards the information side. And that's what everyone here, right, as you're coming here to see and build new things with ServiceNow, it's the information and the services that you're going to deliver to your business. So what you have is this ServiceNow as this base, right, where all your workflow and your metadata resides. And you have these other components that can add so many cool new features. So as you think about, well, what could I do with ServiceNow if all my entire organization's using it? And if I had embedded telephony, and I can remote control a device, if I can remote control a point of sale device somewhere in Idaho, and I can automate, right, automation through runbook orchestration, or now it's called orchestration, all these amazing new capabilities keep coming out. And that's really what we're here to see. And that's, we got the hackathon as well, and I think some other case studies that we'll be bringing to the table, but this is what's next. We can build a lot of cool stuff technically. We can make things that we think are amazing. If I could tie in Facebook to ServiceNow with Bitcoin, with Telebridge, with telephony, with whatever, but people are still hanging on to what they had before. And it's not just that it's cool, right? In order for us, the developers, kind of the designers of these new cloud applications to go back to our business, and we see this all the time ourselves, we have to be able to connect with the organization and why it's different, why they need to change, why they need to move forward. Speed. That's one of the main reasons why we like ServiceNow in the very beginning, is we would talk in terms of service management and we talk in terms of crawl, walk, and run, but then we'd use these old systems. We'd have a meeting, we say, okay, we're gonna build something, and then 8 months later we'd come back and be like, see? Everyone forgot what we were talking about. They're like, I don't know what you're saying. So it was now, when we do demos, when we bring customers live in 10 weeks, even ourselves, what used to take us 6 months, now we're compressing that to 10 weeks. It's speed, right? This now actually has immediate results. The very first thing we're doing is creating this, right? It's a fruition developer network, and we're gonna have more programs that support this, but it's actually, now that we all know you, we know that you're here, you'll be learning a lot of the high-end stuff that we're building. This relationship doesn't end right after this week. It continues on. There's going to be a fruDevCon 14, 15, 16, and really just keep going. Additionally, to kind of do more inspiration here, have developer challenges, other types of contests. Our knowledge sharing, we already have virtual user groups, but they're more for the ITIL, service management side of the house. We're going to be pushing these for development. So we'll be continuously promoting these things out into the ecosystem. Additionally, that cloud ecosystem that we talk about, this is compounding for us as well. So if you look at our relationship with Baumgar, SnapLogic, Twilio, you're going to see a lot of new use cases and a lot of new accelerators on ServiceNow with a lot of our other third-party software vendors. We're building new solutions, right? And I think what's unique about ServiceNow is it's inside the heart of the IT department. We've talked to other cloud integrators that focus on Workday or they focus on Salesforce. when you're within the IT department, you're seeing all the things that IT is doing. You're seeing all the software. You're seeing all these challenges. So you have the kind of the heart of the IT minds, and all those people that you have to change, it's really within IT. But we're there at the hub creating this stuff. So ServiceNow is a very unique position to be able to affect more influence within IT. Those other Salesforce and Workday integrators, they asked us kind of an interesting question when we sat down with them. They said, when you work for a large company, do they ever share with you what applications they're running or what hardware they're running? And I thought, how else could you run a service desk? Yeah, of course we are. Yes, that's one of the first questions we ask. And so I realized that these other platforms that are trying to get into the IT department, there is a political barrier they face because they're coming in from sales, and they're coming in from marketing, and they're coming in from HR. So to have that, oh, well, hey, we use Salesforce for Force.com over here in sales. Why wouldn't we use it in IT? You might as well. I mean, these are two groups that don't typically hang out in the lunchroom, at your company. So ServiceNow is really positioned extremely well to solve a lot of these problems. And I think the IT department, as it moves away from being that T-focused infrastructure technology, away from the T and the servers and the networks and more towards the information, you're going to find your roles changing too, right? You understand technical-minded people going out and solving business problems.